Hello everyone. Video message today. Those of you who drive past the church might have noticed that we've taken down our Easter banner. And you might think we've left it rather late. I bet your Easter eggs are long gone. But in fact, the church celebrates Easter for 6 weeks. We're still in the season of Easter. Why? Because the death and resurrection of Jesus, which is what is celebrated at Easter, is just so important to Christians. But it can be a hard thing to understand. How can Jesus dying and coming back to life 2,000 years ago be important to you and me today? Well, there are a number of different ways Christians understand this. Some will tell you that what it means is that it's Jesus dying in our place so we can be forgiven and be right with God and go to heaven. Well, no. Actually, that's just one of the pictures that the writers in the Bible use to try to explain what it might mean. And that explanation is based on the ancient idea of making animal sacrifices to appease God's wrath, so maybe not all that helpful. But like I say, there are a number of ways of thinking about what Easter actually means. One that I've been thinking about recently and that I like is that as our perspective gets less and less focused on ourselves as individuals and more on the collective, the community, then we can see, just like in nature, that individual plants may die, but in the spring there is new life. One nice thing about this way of understanding Easter is that it resonates with people who follow some other religions, and also with people who meditate and maybe have no particular religion. It's about enlarging our perspective, seeing the bigger picture. It's not all about me. This interpretation is also found in the Bible. Jesus says that unless a grain of wheat falls into the ground and dies, it remains but a single grain. But if it dies, it can bear lots of fruit. St. Paul writes, I have died with Christ, and it's not I who live, but Christ in me. And he also writes that Christ's life in the world today, his body in the world today, is the people who follow him, which is what the church is supposed to be. The important thing is that Easter and Christianity are not individual things. It's not about you and God. Or it might start like that, but it becomes God and us. It's not an individual thing. So I want to invite you to open your heart and mind to the possibility that some of this stuff might actually be for you. If you're content within some other religion, then I'm not trying to talk you out of that. Although I'd like to find common ground between Christianity and other faiths and people of no faith. And there is common ground if we look under the hood. But if, like many people, Christianity and church would be the religion you'd be involved in, if any, if you ever got round to it, then please join us. Come along to a service, say hello. At St. Andrew's, we want to be a spiritual hub in the heart of our community, and everyone is welcome. God loves you, and God doesn't want you to be on your own. Bye for now.